Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing really well. Today I wanted to share my empties with you. I haven't ever done one of these, so I've been saving up these products for the past couple of months now, and I thought I would talk you through whether I would repurchase them and just my general thoughts and feelings, and if I have potentially replaced any of these products already with something else. So if you enjoy these types of empties videos, then please do make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and if you want to see what's in my trash then just keep watching. So I have quite a few hair products I wanted to share first. I don't do a lot with my hair typically, I just wash it. I will use like a leave-in treatment and potentially something in the roots to give me a bit of volume, and then something to protect my hair with heat if I am styling it or blow drying it. So I have a couple of Briogeo products which I absolutely love and adore. The first one is the Scalp Revival Charcoal Mask. This is hands down one of the best hair products that I have ever used. I absolutely love it. It has a very strong peppermint scent, so if you don't like that then it is quite strong, so it might put you off a little bit. It has tiny exfoliating beads in there which really help to just kind of get in there, remove any product buildup. If you have like a dry or itchy scalp, this is a really good mask as well to look into. I was pretty much using this once a week. I wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week, so once a week for me was absolutely fine, and it just helps to remove any product buildup. I use quite a lot of dry shampoo in my hair and texture spray as well if I am styling it. So a product like this is excellent to have on hand. The only kind of gripe I have is the tub can get a tiny bit messy if you're in the bath or in the shower. I just find that tubs in general in the shower is always a bit messy because water gets in and you're trying to close it and it just gets a bit everywhere. But you know, in terms of the product inside, I absolutely love this. I would definitely repurchase. The next Briogeo product I have is the Blossom and Bloom Ginseng Volumizing Spray. This was another one that I would definitely repurchase. I do need to make a cult beauty order, so I will probably add the mask and this into my basket because this was a really good product. If you have flat hair, quite fine hair like I do, there are not many products that genuinely I feel make a difference and that will add volume to my roots without it being in the form of a dry shampoo or a dry texture spray. This you just spray on damp hair, so once you've washed it and you're out the shower. I love the smell as well. I think it's the ginger in there. I'm a sucker for ginger. And yeah, I really like this. Briogeo is probably one of my favourite haircare brands. I've never been disappointed with one of their products. So if you're looking for a volumizing spray, I would definitely suggest looking at this one. Another haircare brand I've been really impressed with is Chlorane. I believe this is like a French pharmacy kind of brand. In my head it's like La Roche-Posay, but for your hair. That's kind of how I would see it anyway. These were sent to me in PR, but I would 100% repurchase them with my own money. I think they are incredible products. So the first one is the dry shampoo. This is part of the Oat Milk range, as is the next product that I'm going to share, which is really good if you have a sensitive scalp. For me, as much as I love my Batiste, and I do still repurchase that probably over any other dry shampoo, it was really nice to have something that was a bit gentler in the hair and that left it feeling a tiny bit more nourished. You know, Batiste is really great at absorbing oil, but it's not very hydrating to the roots or the scalp, and it can sometimes leave me with a bit of a dandruffy type feeling, whereas this, it didn't leave me with that at all. It just made my scalp feel really nourished, but it did a really good job of absorbing any oil as well. And then the product that I was probably the most blown away by is the Oat Milk Shampoo. This left my hair feeling so soft, so gentle. I don't think this has any silicones or sulfates or anything like that. It's quite a clean brand. I started using this because I was at the time using another hair shampoo, which I'll probably include in like a disappointing products roundup or something, which was just doing absolutely nothing for my hair. It was, yeah, terrible, the worst shampoo I've ever used. And so I had this just waiting in the wings, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this out, and I'm so happy that I did. It's a really beautiful shampoo. It doesn't give you know, too much volume or anything like that, but it does just really nourish the hair and nourish the scalp, and it just leaves it feeling really nice, hydrated and soft. Okay, I have one more hair product, I think, and then we will move on to something else. So this is the OGX Coconut Milk Conditioner. This is just a really good product you can pick up from your local supermarket, Boots, Superdrug. It's a really good, readily available brand. I like the coconut milk range personally, especially for a conditioner because it makes the ends of my hair just feel really nice and soft. I will probably repurchase this, and I know I've gone through quite a lot of the other products that this brand has to offer, especially their conditioners. The only thing I will say is packaging is horrendous. If you want to get every last drop out, it's really difficult to actually squeeze the product out when you start to get to the bottom. So that's the only thing that annoys me with this. Maybe if it came in a pump or if the bottle was a different shape, it might be slightly easier to get the product out. But yeah, it made my hair feel really nice and hydrated. It's a really good one. If it's on offer in the supermarket, then you know it's one that I tend to grab. I'm going to move on to some skincare now, and one that I've repurchased over and over again is the Ilia Oat Cleansing Balm. I really love this cleansing balm. Cleansing balms in general are my preferred way to take my makeup off. I find them to be really hydrating on the skin, but they are also very effective, and they're easy to travel with as well because they only melt down once you emulsify them with water. So, you know, you don't run the risk of them leaking or anything like that in your bag. I love this one from the Ilia. It's very affordable. I haven't repurchased it because I do have a couple of others that I am working my way through, but I know that I will eventually repurchase this because I think this is maybe my 4th or 5th tube. But yeah, it's really incredible. If you have dry skin, then I think this is a really lovely way to remove your makeup. It's also very good around the eye area. I don't find I have any issues removing mascara or eyeliner, and it doesn't sting my eyes. So love this, would 100% repurchase it, and already have many times. So I had to do a bit of surgery on this product to try and get it open and really use every last drop. It's the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Cream. This is a really beautiful, very thick cream moisturizer. I do enjoy Drunk Elephant products. I have a couple of other products from them which I'm using at the moment in my skincare routine. And yeah, I really enjoy them. I like the packaging, I think it's quite cute and fun. This moisturizer I was predominantly using over the winter months, and I absolutely loved it. It's definitely one of those moisturizers where you wake up the next day and you feel like you have definitely taken care of your skin well the night before. It leaves my skin feeling very plump and hydrated, but yeah, the next day you can feel that you've used a really nice thick moisturizer. So I really like this. I would probably repurchase it. I have quite a few moisturizers on my wish list to try. So maybe in the winter I will revisit this because I did find it to be incredibly hydrating for my dry skin. And yeah, even though I have like completely taken the packaging apart just to try and get every last drop, I do really like the pump dispenser on this. It keeps the product really fresh inside. And yeah, I like that you can just do one pump and it just disperses the perfect amount. So really like this. If you do have incredibly dry skin, I think this is a lovely moisturizer. It did also feel quite gentle, doesn't have a strong scent or anything like that. So I think even if you had quite sensitive skin, you would still benefit from this one. Another moisturizer that I've used up is the Rosy Hydrating Gel Cream. Again, I really like this one. For my dry skin, I found it to be incredibly hydrating. It's a very watery formula. It's a really interesting one, and I feel like I went through this quite quickly, which is a drawback because it's quite an expensive product. I felt like the formula was just so lightweight and watery that I could just keep piling on my skin and it would just drink it up. So potentially I over applied it, which is why I've gone through it quite quickly, but I did really love how this made my skin look. It left it looking very, very plump and hydrated. A really great makeup prep step because you do just get that plump look. It does have a light rose scent. So if that puts you off, then potentially not one for you. I don't think I would repurchase it, even though I did really enjoy it. And I love Rosy as a brand. For me, I just have other daily moisturizers that are a bit more affordable than this, but it was a really nice one and I enjoyed it while I had it in my collection. Okay, I have one more moisturizer and it's the Pharmacy Daily Greens. This was another really nice one. I think if you are looking for a gel moisturizer, I would recommend this one over the Rosy. I felt like it lasted me a lot longer. The scent is a bit more fresh and fruity. I'm not always a big fan of rose scents. Even though the Rosy wasn't super overpowering, I do still prefer this one. It just feels nice and fresh. Again, similarly to the Rosy moisturizer, it does have my skin feeling really plump and hydrated, but not overly greasy or oily or anything like that. Yeah, I think gel moisturizers are definitely my preference when it comes to my morning skincare routine because they do just sit so nicely underneath makeup, and this was no exception. Last up for skincare, I have an SPF. This is the Murad SPF 50 City Skin Age Defense. This is probably one of my all-time favorite SPFs. I find it sits really nicely underneath makeup. It has an SPF of 50, so you're getting, you know, maximum sun protection. And yeah, I just really like this. It has a slight peachy tint to it. So, you know, it doesn't blend into the skin and leave any white cast. Murad is a really great brand. They are quite pricey, but I think when it comes to SPF, you know, if you find one that you like, I think it's worth investing in, because the best SPF is one that you're going to use. So yeah, I do enjoy this. If you can snag it at a discount, then I definitely would recommend. And I have got another one on the go. So yeah, I do love this. Murad as a brand, I find to be just really, really good for my skin. And the SPFs I've been really impressed with. So I have a couple of like lip balm, lip treatment type products. The first one I have cut open just to try and get as much of the product out as possible, because this is one of my all-time favorite products. It's the Dr. Lip Original Nipple Balm. Now, even though this says nipple balm, don't let it put you off. It's a very good lip balm formula, and I use it almost like a skin salve. So think Vaseline, but like 10 times better. This is honestly one of the best products that I have ever found, ever. I don't think I would ever be without this. I use it as a lip balm overnight, but I also love it to treat any dry patches that I might have on my skin. And in the winter, I do suffer quite a lot with dry patches and texture, and you know, it starts to peel off. And this is genuinely one of the only products that I have ever found that really does work overnight. And I wake up and visibly any dry patches are just dramatically reduced. Makeup sits a lot nicer over those areas, and it is all thanks to this product here. It's definitely one that you want to leave on your skin overnight, or on your lips overnight, because it's quite a thick, balmy salve. So it's quite obvious if you've got this slathered on your face. So it is one that I reserve for more of an overnight treatment. But in the winter, I honestly cannot be without this, and I will definitely repurchase this. I still have a tiny bit from where I've just been like scraping the sides. But yeah, I think I will have to repurchase this one. Another lip balm I have is the Fresh Sugar Coconut Hydrating Balm. I really like these lip balms from Fresh. I like the scents that they do. They feel really nice and hydrating. And yeah, they're just quite an easy, simple lip balm to use. Nothing too special. I know some people don't like lip balms in a pot because you have to dip your finger in. I typically will apply a lip balm before I go to bed, or you know, before I do my makeup, so my hands and my skin, you know, is freshly washed, so it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I do like this. It's a very nice coconut scent. Let's see if I can, oh yeah, it's still there a little bit. But yeah, I do really adore these. I've had a couple in my collection. The Salted Caramel is another one I really like, and Passion Fruit as well. But yeah, I love these. I will probably repurchase. It is quite pricey for a lip balm, but I do really enjoy them. My last lip balm product I have is from Catrice. This is the lip oil, and I think it's from their Clean ID range. This again has quite a nice coconut scent, and it's basically like an oil lip gloss. It does leave your lips feeling quite sticky and tacky. So for me, the best way that I found to use this is just before I start doing my makeup, and then by the time I have got around to doing a lip liner and stuff like that, I just blot away any excess product, and my lips feel really nice and plump and hydrated. Yeah, it's a really nice one. It's super affordable, so I would definitely repurchase it. It's just a nice kind of twist on a lip balm that is really hydrating, I found. So as I said, I have been saving these empties for a couple of months. Therefore, I have quite a few base products. These are all glowy, dewy primers. Is anyone surprised? I'm going to start with one that I actually have two of the same. It's the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. So I have the larger original size here, and I just recently finished up the kind of deluxe sample size, I suppose. You can't get this product anymore. So it's really sad that I have two empties in this video, because I can't go out and repurchase it. It's not an option, it doesn't exist. Luckily there are a plethora of other really nice radiant primers, but I still don't think anything will compare to this. I went through a couple of bottles of the larger size, and I just really liked it. It's a really nice kind of soft champagne tone, and I just found that it laid really nicely underneath my makeup to give me a nice dewy finish. But yeah, you can't buy this anymore, but I have got two of them in my collection, and if you could, yes, I would repurchase, but alas, you cannot. Another one I have, and I probably held on to this a bit longer than I should. It started to feel a tiny bit funky and smell just a bit off. It's the Glossier Future Dew. I do really, really like this. It's described as an oil serum hybrid. So it is very, very hydrating. I would say it's more hydrating than it is dewy, if that makes sense. Yeah, I would say its primary role is to hydrate and nourish the skin. But it makes a really nice primer. I found that my foundation stuck to it quite nicely. It has a slight kind of pinky, peachy tint to it, so it does really brighten the skin as well. And yeah, I would repurchase this. You can only buy Glossier on glossier.com, so if there are other products I want to try, and if I was making an order, I would probably stick this in because it is a really good staple primer for me, and I did find it to be a really nice hydrating option. Last but not least, for the primer section, I have my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Now, this product isn't completely used up, but it smells off. It smells very off, and so I know it's time to part with it. I have probably held on to it for longer than I care to admit. I have put it on my face a couple of times and thought, should I? But yes, I have decided to retire it to the makeup bin. I was using the shade 3, and I think I would actually pick up maybe the shade 2, because I did find that this one, it was really nice, but it was more of a bronze glow. And so for me, it just wasn't very versatile all year round. But I do really, really love the effect of this. It's just a really good dewy product. You can use it as a primer or on top of your foundation, just as like a traditional liquid highlight. And it works really, really well for both purposes. It's a very good, versatile product. It's very, very popular. And yes, I will probably repurchase, but just in a different shade. So I've got 2 mascaras, and the first one is the Ilia Limitless mascara. Wow, that smells rancid. This is a really nice mascara for lengthening and defining the lashes. I wouldn't repurchase because this did not last very long at all before it started to smell bad. And I know that Ilia is a clean beauty brand, and therefore they can't put as many, preservatives, etc. in their products to help them last a bit longer in your collection. So you do run the risk of them, running out quicker or potentially smelling a bit off when you feel like you haven't had them for that long. But even with mascara, I don't have them in my collection for that long anyway. They tend to dry up after kind of 3 to 6 months, so I'm typically not keeping one in my collection for any longer than that. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I wouldn't repurchase this. Yeah, that when you go to apply mascara and you get that waft as you move it past your face, it's time to say bye. Yeah, but it did make my lashes look nice, but it just didn't last as long as I would want a makeup product to last in my collection. Another mascara that I definitely would repurchase is the Maybelline Sky High. I think my mum actually bought this back for me. I don't think she knew that it was a viral mascara. I mean, why would she? She doesn't have TikTok, she probably doesn't know what that is. But yeah, she picked this up for me, and I was like, wow, yeah, I've actually really wanted to try that. It seemed super popular, and for me, it did live up to the hype. It's just a really nice lengthening mascara. Again, it adds a really nice amount of definition, and I like the packaging. It's got a really small, tiny wand. I do like this. I have a couple of other mascaras that I'm working my way through, so I'm not in a rush to repurchase this, but I think I probably will. 2 brow products from Benefit that I've used up. Gimme Brow, which is an absolute classic. Yeah, I don't know if I've dropped the wand or something, but every time I pull it out, there's actually like 100 hairs on the end. And I don't know if it's just the fibers in the brow gel that are starting to, go a bit weird, or if it is that I have literally just dropped it on the floor. But yeah, I love Gimme Brow, an excellent tinted brow gel. It just gives you a really nice defined brow look, but with 0 effort involved basically. So yeah, I do love this. I'm currently using the e.l.f. Wow Brow, which I will make my way through, but I will probably add this to my my eyebrow wish list again, because it is a really good staple product for me. I also have the Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 3.5. It's just one of the very standard slim brow pencils. I do really like this one actually, and I would definitely repurchase. You get a spoolie on the other end, which makes it just really easy to brush through your brows and help kind of blend the product through. Yeah, I love this. Benefit do brow products very, very well. And yeah, this is definitely one of the best brow pencils that I've tried. So I used up one of my Nars concealers. This is the Soft Matte in the shade Custard. I have the shade Vanilla on the go at the moment, which is a lot lighter than this actually. I liked to mix the two shades, but clearly I used Custard a bit more, so that's why this one is completely gone. I love this concealer formula. I think this was #1 in my concealer rankings video, I think, and I'm pretty sure it featured in my 2021 beauty favorites as well. But this is just a really stunning concealer. It's quite a thick cream, so I wouldn't think that it would work well underneath the eyes, but it really does. And yeah, it just helps to blur the skin and to create a really nice, flawless kind of satin matte finish. And because it says the word matte, it doesn't mean that it's drying. It's really not at all. Otherwise, there's no way I would be putting this anywhere near my under eyes. But yeah, I really enjoyed it across the face as well. It looks really nice and it's just a really good, flawless concealer. I've never used a consistency that's quite like this. So last but not least, I have a setting spray. This is the Too Faced Hangover setting spray. Another coconut scented product. Is that the theme of the video? I think so. I don't have a lot of setting sprays in my collection, and it was a product that I never really used, if I'm gonna be honest, and it was something I would always forget. And yeah, but this one I really loved. It's silicone free, alcohol free, and oil free. So if you're using this sporadically throughout the day, if you're using it after you've done your skincare, and also to set your makeup in place, it's not going to, over time, dry your skin out, which some setting sprays can do if they have alcohol in. So that's just something to bear in mind. But yeah, this one doesn't have alcohol, so I found it incredibly hydrating, and I would use this at any given opportunity, to be honest. It was just a really, really nice one. And the smell as well, I do like. Again, it's that coconut scent, but I really enjoyed this, and yes, I would repurchase. So those were all of my empties for March and April. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I will fill this basket up again and then I will do another one. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.